The mansion was silent, a suffocating stillness hanging over the sprawling estate. A gunshot shattered the calm, echoing like a death knell. Jonathan Hayes fell to the marble floor, his blood spreading across the polished tiles. His trembling hand reached for a phone, sending one final message. "It's done. The king is dead." In the shadows, Emily Carter watched from the balcony, heart hammering, knowing the act would trigger chaos across the underworld. The chandeliers flickered as the night storm raged outside, lightning illuminating the grandeur and the blood. Secrets whispered in corridors, alliances shattered before they could even be tested. Every glance was a calculated risk. Betrayal hid behind every shadow. The world Jonathan had ruled was crumbling, and those who survived would face a war without mercy. Emily tightened her grip on the railing, contemplating the dangerous game she had stepped into. Trust was currency no one could afford, and revenge was the only language spoken in these halls. Outside, the city slept unaware, the first tremors of upheaval yet to reach its streets. Inside the dimly lit safe room, Emily Carter studied the encrypted files Jonathan left behind. Each folder was a doorway into a world of power, deceit, and hidden violence. Names scrawled in hidden codes revealed alliances she never suspected. Her pulse quickened as she read messages hinting at betrayals, some recent, others decades old. Every revelation added weight to her conscience, a labyrinth of loyalty, revenge, and survival. She knew the Mafia's reach was global, extending into places where law enforcement feared to tread. Shadows of past killings haunted her thoughts, the lives lost, leaving a heavy residue on her morality. Decisions made here would ripple outward, and every misstep could mean death. Outside, rain streaked against the fortified windows, a reminder of the storm she was now inside. Emily's mind raced, calculating her next steps in a world where trust was fleeting and betrayal inevitable. Emily remembered her first days inside the Hayes Empire, how Jonathan Hayes had commanded respect with a cold smile. Faces that once seemed loyal now hid claws ready to strike. Each hallway and office in the mansion whispered secrets of violence and manipulation. She recalled a message Jonathan had once sent. "Trust no one, Emily. The code protects us. But at what cost?" The weight of his warning now struck her fully. She understood the Mafia Code was more than secrecy. It was survival, and if she misstepped, the Empire would crush her as easily as it did its enemies. Her hands trembled slightly, not from fear, but from the gravity of knowledge and responsibility. She traced lines in the files, searching for patterns, knowing her every action could ignite chaos. The storm outside roared louder, a mirror of the upheaval about to engulf the Empire. The distant sound of footsteps snapped Emily from her thoughts. A shadow moved along the hallway. Lucas Donovan, 40, male, tall and broad, the enforcer, sent to ensure loyalty. His eyes were sharp, calculating, scanning for disloyalty. Emily froze, pretending to read files, her heartbeat echoing in her ears. Lucas stepped closer, his presence a reminder of the stakes. No one questioned his judgment, no one survived crossing him. Emily knew she had seconds to act, to appear as part of the order while planning a path out. Every breath she took felt amplified in the quiet mansion, the storm outside intensifying the suspense within. Survival demanded composure, intelligence, and luck, attributes she now relied on more than ever. Emily's phone vibrated with a hidden message. It was from Michael Green, 35, male, a former rival now ally, warning her of a trap in the East Wing. Betrayal had already begun. She sensed it in the whispers of staff and flickers of movement. Every alliance was a gamble, each secret a potential weapon. Emily needed to uncover the code Jonathan protected, a key to surviving the coming storm. Her mind raced through calculations of risk and reward, every step measured. If she misread a single clue, the Empire would consume her. But courage demanded action. Staying hidden meant death for herself and potential ruin for those she sought to protect. The storm outside mirrored the chaos within, a perfect storm she had no choice but to navigate. Emily Carter moved through the dim streets of the city, careful to remain unseen. Her mission was no longer observation. It was infiltration. The Hayes Empire's influence stretched into every alley and high-rise. Each shadow held potential danger, and every passer-by a possible spy. She recalled the encrypted files she had memorized, patterns and names like a secret map. Her pulse quickened as she approached a nondescript warehouse on the edge of the docks. Inside, whispers of clandestine deals and the faint smell of gun oil reminded her that betrayal could strike from anywhere. Every footstep was a calculated risk. The storm clouds above mirrored the chaos she carried within. If discovered, she would face not only death, but the collapse of years of careful planning. Yet courage propelled her forward, and her mind remained sharp, anticipating danger and opportunity in equal measure. Inside the warehouse, crates of contraband created a maze of danger. Emily noticed Lucas Donovan, 40, male, the enforcer, supervising men moving shipments. His presence exuded intimidation, a silent warning. Every movement was precise, rehearsed, calculated to instill fear. She slipped behind a stack, watching their interactions. Subtle gestures revealed alliances and rivalries. Each man carried a concealed weapon, and the slightest sound could betray her. Emily memorized routines, noting entrances and exits, learning the Empire's heartbeat from the shadows. Her chest tightened with adrenaline, the weight of knowledge pressing down on her. She had to balance observation with survival. Mistakes here were fatal. Her mind raced through contingencies, every scenario rehearsed. The rain outside pattered against the metal roof, echoing the rhythm of tension inside. Emily's attention shifted to Michael Green, 35, male, her covert ally, moving silently between crates, signaling her to follow. Every glance, every gesture communicated urgent instruction. She mirrored his movements, keeping low, blending with shadows. Observing the men's interactions, she noted subtle signs of dissent, small betrayals that could be leveraged. Each discovery added pieces to a puzzle she barely understood. Her heart pounded, but her expression remained composed. The warehouse smelled of oil and damp wood, the air thick with tension. Outside, thunder rolled, masking the quiet clicks of weapons in pockets. She reminded herself that trust was rare, and deception even rarer. Her mission demanded patience, cunning, and nerve. Survival depended on reading the room, predicting actions, and acting decisively. Every second counted in this dangerous dance. A sudden noise made Emily freeze. Lucas Donovan's gaze swept the room, his instincts razor-sharp. Michael Green froze beside her, tension radiating in his posture. The enforcer moved with quiet authority, checking the perimeter. Emily held her breath, counting seconds that stretched endlessly. Every movement seemed magnified, every sound a potential alarm. She understood the gravity of being caught. Execution would follow without hesitation. Her mind raced, calculating escape routes, allies, and possible outcomes. The storm outside intensified, thunder shaking the building, masking small movements. Every decision here carried weight. A single misstep could unravel her plan and the fragile trust she had built. And yet she had to act, to continue gathering intelligence, to play the dangerous game she had entered willingly. Emily slipped past the enforcer unnoticed, moving deeper into the warehouse. Every sense heightened. The metallic scent of crates, the subtle creak of floorboards, the low hum of the storm outside, all heightened awareness. She discovered a hidden office, files stacked and labeled with the Empire's secrets. Her fingers trembled slightly as she copied codes and photographs discreetly. Each revelation was a gamble, She could expose herself with one wrong move. Michael Green whispered instructions from the shadows, guiding her escape path. Emily's mind balanced urgency with stealth, memorizing patterns, recording alliances, and noting dangerous weaknesses. The storm outside reached a crescendo, reflecting the chaos within her mission. Time was fleeting. Exposure could arrive at any moment. She had to succeed. Failure meant death, but success could unravel an empire built on fear and secrecy. Emily Carter reviewed the information she had extracted, patterns emerging in the Hayes Empire's operations. Michael Green, 35, male, observed from a corner, noting her analysis. The codes revealed secret alliances, trade routes, and potential betrayals. Every name carried risk. She connected dots between shipments, underworld contacts, and hidden enforcers. Each revelation painted a picture of a network far larger than she had anticipated. Her mind raced, envisioning scenarios for infiltration and sabotage. The warehouse had been just the beginning. Shadows of past actions haunted her, but the clarity of knowledge empowered her. Every calculated risk was a step closer to dismantling the empire. Outside, dusk settled over the city, painting shadows along the streets she would soon traverse. Emily traced connections between enforcers and corrupt officials. Lucas Donovan, 40 male, appeared in her notes repeatedly, a constant presence of intimidation. Each name had a coded symbol next to it, revealing loyalty or betrayal. The Empire's influence was like a spider web, intricate and deadly. She felt the weight of her knowledge, the danger it represented. Her mind worked feverishly, memorizing patterns and weak points. Michael Green quietly offered insights, confirming suspicions. Outside, rain began to fall, tapping on the windows like a warning. Emily's determination grew. She had to be precise, every step critical. Failure meant exposure. Success meant the possibility of unraveling decades of ruthless control. Emily observed a covert meeting of mid-level enforcers at a deserted warehouse. Faces she recognized from previous intel moved cautiously, exchanging subtle gestures. Each handshake, each glance carried meaning. She stayed hidden, calculating movements, memorizing sequences. The storm outside mirrored the turmoil she felt within, a reminder that danger could strike without warning. Michael Green whispered updates from her side, signaling shifts in alliances. Emily understood the balance of power was delicate. One wrong move could trigger violence. Her focus sharpened as she traced a path for intervention, ready to exploit weaknesses without revealing her presence. Every detail mattered. Emily intercepted a coded message revealing a hidden shipment route. The significance was immediate. Disrupting it could cripple part of the Empire's operations. She plotted the path, memorizing street corners, guard rotations, and camera angles. Michael Green confirmed the timing, whispering calculated adjustments. Lucas Donovan's name appeared repeatedly in the chain of command. His reach was formidable. Emily's mind raced through contingencies. Every action had consequences, yet hesitation could cost lives. The storm outside intensified, shadows twisting across walls. She felt the weight of responsibility pressing on her shoulders. Timing, precision, and courage were all she had. The Empire's vulnerability was within her grasp. If only she acted decisively. Emily executed a precise infiltration into the shipment location, slipping past guards with Michael Green beside her. Every movement was measured, every breath calculated. They discovered crates labeled with sensitive materials, confirming the Empire's global operations. Her pulse raced, but composure remained. Each revelation brought insight into the Mafia Code Jonathan Hayes had protected. Every pattern of logistics, every name, every symbol she recorded mentally. Lucas Donovan's oversight was present, but their stealth allowed avoidance. The storm outside intensified, echoing the tension of the night. Success here would prove invaluable. Failure meant capture, or worse. Emily's determination solidified, knowing the Empire's secrets could finally be exposed from within. The city streets were alive with tension as rival factions clashed under the cover of night. Emily Carter moved silently, watching patterns of movement, memorizing faces. Each clash revealed hidden loyalties, alliances built on fear rather than trust. Michael Green whispered updates, his voice a constant anchor. The storm above rumbled in synchrony with chaos below. She noted every exit, every potential threat, calculating risks. Each observation revealed cracks in the Empire's control. Violence was imminent, and decisions had consequences. Emily's mind raced, connecting names from Jonathan Hayes' files with those she saw in real time. She felt the weight of responsibility pressing, knowing that one wrong choice could unravel months of careful planning. Every heartbeat reminded her of the stakes: survival and exposing the Empire hung by a thread. Emily tracked Lucas Donovan, 40 male, moving through the chaos with calculated precision. Each gesture communicated command. The Enforcer's men followed without question. Emily recorded every movement, memorizing routes, understanding hierarchy. Michael Green assisted by pointing subtle signs of loyalty and dissent. The storm intensified, thunder masking approaching footsteps. Every second was crucial, and hesitation could mean death. Emily's mind replayed encrypted files, connecting information to physical observations. The Empire was vast, intricate, and deadly. Survival depended on foresight, quick thinking, and trust in her limited ally. Each confrontation provided insight into the code Jonathan Hayes had protected, revealing patterns of obedience and fear. Emily discovered a hidden meeting of mid-level enforcers, a small group negotiating territory lines. Faces she recognized from previous intel confirmed her suspicions about loyalty fractures. She memorized names, gestures, and interactions. Michael Green remained a silent shadow, confirming subtle cues. Rain pelted the streets, adding a rhythmic tension. The meeting's outcome would influence the broader gang war. Each subtle betrayal recorded in her mind could be exploited later. Emily knew that revealing herself prematurely could ignite lethal consequences. Her pulse synchronized with the storm's cadence, the threat always present. Every decision required clarity, courage, and timing. Knowledge was her weapon, precision her shield. Emily intercepted coded messages on a hidden device, revealing secret alliances between rival families. The scale of the network astounded her. Each name held danger. Lucas Donovan's influence extended far beyond what she had imagined. Michael Green analyzed her findings, confirming paths and weak points. Storm clouds rumbled above as the city braced for escalating violence. Emily planned interventions, balancing the need for secrecy with the urgency to act. Every observation became a calculation, every movement a potential risk. The web of deception grew denser, and uncovering the Mafia Code was now a race against time. Her mind remained sharp, processing variables, anticipating outcomes, and preparing for decisive action that could topple a segment of the Empire. Emily moved into position for a strategic disruption of a shipment controlled by a rival faction. Every step measured, every breath controlled. Michael Green confirmed guard patterns and camera locations. Lucas Donovan's men were stationed strategically, unaware of her presence. The storm outside mirrored the tension within her mind. Crates filled with contraband revealed the Empire's reach and greed. Emily memorized details, photographing discreetly and noting potential vulnerabilities. Each observation was a chess move in the deadly game she played. Mistakes meant death. Precision could weaken the Empire. The night crackled with electricity, tension, and the silent promise of upheaval as Emily prepared to act decisively. Emily Carter studied the patterns she had collected. realizing how deep corruption ran. Michael Green's insight clarified weak points and operational flaws. Lucas Donovan remained a formidable obstacle, his presence extending into every corner of the empire. Emily connected every shipment, every coded message, and every alliance, creating a full map of vulnerabilities. The city outside remained unaware of the impending disruption. Every observation, every calculation, and every coded discovery gave her power, but also exposed her to danger. Trust was a rare commodity, and deception thrived. Her pulse was steady, mind razor-sharp, focused on dismantling the empire from within. The storm outside echoed the growing turbulence inside the criminal world. Emily infiltrated a high-security facility, blending with shadows. Lucas Donovan patrolled methodically, unaware of her presence. Michael Green signaled subtle cues, guiding her through corridors filled with security cameras. Every step required patience and precision. Emily memorized guard rotations, entrances, and exits. The storm outside mirrored the intensity of the mission. Crates and documents revealed operational secrets that could topple factions. Her mind calculated timing, alliances, and outcomes. One mistake could cost her life. The Empire was powerful, but knowledge gave her leverage. Courage, cunning, and timing were her only weapons. Emily discovered a hidden ledger, revealing financial transactions linking the Empire to global operations. Her pulse quickened, the implications staggering. Michael Green helped decode subtle symbols and signs, connecting dots she had missed. Each name represented influence and danger. The storm outside intensified, rain striking metal roofs with rhythmic precision. Emily noted weaknesses, planned interventions, and anticipated reactions from Lucas Donovan and other key figures. Every observation, every decision, carried enormous weight. Her focus was absolute, balancing stealth, timing, and intelligence. The Empire's skeleton was laid bare before her, but the risks to expose it remained high. Emily prepared for a strategic strike on a key faction hub. Lucas Donovan's men patrolled the perimeter, unaware of her infiltration. Michael Green signaled patterns and positions from hidden vantage points. Emily's calculations determined exact timings for entry and exit. The storm outside raged, adding a layer of chaos to the operation. Each step required precision, courage, and flawless execution. She visualized the sequence repeatedly, anticipating threats and possible betrayals. Every movement, every observation, brought the Empire closer to destabilization. The tension was palpable, every heartbeat a reminder of the dangers she faced and the stakes involved. Emily executed the infiltration flawlessly, slipping past guards into the core of the faction hub. Crates, documents, and digital records revealed operational secrets. Michael Green maintained overwatch, signaling Lucas Donovan's men remained unaware of her presence. The storm outside intensified, lightning illuminating tense expressions. Emily captured every detail, memorizing routes and weaknesses. Each revelation provided leverage to destabilize the Empire. The stakes could not be higher. One misstep could cost lives, yet determination and meticulous planning guided her movements. By night's end, she had mapped a path toward dismantling a significant portion of the criminal network, poised for the next phase of the mission. Emily Carter approached the secluded estate, her pulse quickened. This was the heart of the Empire, far removed from the city's chaos. Michael Green signaled directions, his voice a low whisper. Guards patrolled with precision, unaware of the pair watching from shadows. Emily memorized their routes, camera positions, and weak points. The mansion loomed large, bathed in moonlight, its grand architecture hiding layers of danger. Every detail mattered: windows, doors, shadows, escape routes. She understood the risk. One misstep could cost everything. The storm above added urgency, rain and wind masking their movements. The final confrontation was near, and the consequences unimaginable. Inside the mansion, shadows stretched across grand halls. Emily and Michael navigated quietly, aware of every creak in the floorboards. Lucas Donovan, 40, male, patrolled methodically. Security was tight, but their careful planning allowed stealth. Emily noted intricate details: door locks, guard rotations, and hidden cameras. Each step forward revealed more of the Empire's inner workings. Fear and determination intertwined. Every heartbeat reminded her of the stakes. The storm outside rattled windows, echoing tension inside. Emily's mind calculated every possible outcome, preparing for the inevitable confrontation with those controlling the Empire's operations. Timing, stealth, and courage were her only allies. Emily discovered a hidden command room, monitors displaying the Empire's operations. Each screen revealed shipment routes, enforcer movements, and coded communications. Michael Green scanned with her, confirming critical information. Lucas Donovan appeared briefly on a screen, unaware of their intrusion. The storm outside raged, thunder masking distant sounds. Emily mapped vulnerabilities, memorized pathways, and tracked key figures. Each discovery heightened tension. Every second brought them closer to confrontation. Her pulse synchronized with calculated movements. The Empire's secret code was within reach, but exposure could be lethal. Courage, intelligence, and precision were paramount. The mastermind revealed himself in the estate's central chamber. Victor Hayes, 50, male, the true orchestrator behind the Empire. Emily's heart raced as he spoke with cold authority, every word calculated. Lucas Donovan, 40, male, stood silently beside him, imposing and deadly. Emily and Michael remained hidden, observing and calculating. The storm outside mirrored the growing chaos inside. Every shadow, every gesture communicated hidden threats. Emily prepared mentally, noting weaknesses and planning her approach. Trust and deception collided in her mind. The confrontation was imminent. The outcome would determine the fate of the Empire and their lives. Emily executed her plan, slipping into the chamber at the perfect moment. Chaos erupted as Lucas Donovan engaged with security, while Victor Hayes realized the breach. Michael Green provided cover, signaling movements. The storm outside reached a crescendo, thunder masking the confrontation. Emily moved swiftly, targeting key points of vulnerability, exposing the Empire's inner workings. Each decision carried life or death consequences. The culmination of months of observation and planning came down to precise action and courage. In the shadows, the Empire began to unravel, and Emily's resolve strengthened, knowing the final confrontation was only moments away. Emily Carter entered the final confrontation, her heart steady but mind racing. Victor Hayes, 50, male, stood imposing, every gesture commanding authority. Lucas Donovan, 40, male, remained silent and deadly. Michael Green, 35, male, provided support from the shadows. Tension was palpable, every breath measured. The storm outside added urgency, flashes illuminating opulent interiors. Emily assessed the room, noting escape routes, weak points, and threats. Time was critical. Hesitation could be fatal. Every action had consequences. The battle was not just for survival, but for exposing the Empire and ending its reign. The first clash erupted as Lucas Donovan lunged at Emily, who dodged with precision. Michael Green signaled countermoves, coordinating silently. Victor Hayes watched, calculating each response. The storm outside mirrored the chaos inside, lightning revealing fleeting shadows. Emily's mind remained clear, balancing action with strategy. Every movement could expose vulnerabilities or provoke lethal retaliation. The Empire's secrets were now within reach, but danger remained imminent. Courage and intelligence guided her steps. Each strike and dodge brought her closer to control over the confrontation and the unraveling of the Empire's code. Emily confronted Victor Hayes directly, each step measured, His authority radiated, but cracks in his composure were visible. Lucas Donovan engaged others, providing a deadly buffer. Michael Green coordinated movements, eyes constantly scanning. Every heartbeat was a calculation, every glance a potential threat. Emily used knowledge gathered over months, exploiting weaknesses in the Empire's hierarchy. The storm outside mirrored the intensity of the struggle, thunder masking sounds of confrontation. Victory required precision, courage, and tactical skill. The Empire's foundation trembled as Emily's actions revealed hidden vulnerabilities and disrupted chains of control. Victor Hayes faltered as Emily exposed the inner workings of the Empire. Evidence, leverage, and her tactical precision forced him onto the defensive. Lucas Donovan remained formidable, but even he could not compensate for exposed weaknesses. Michael Green provided critical support, enabling Emily to maintain momentum. The storm outside mirrored the chaos and resolution of the confrontation. Every move was decisive. Emily's strategic calculations had culminated perfectly. The Empire's grip loosened as secrets came to light. The culmination of months of risk and intelligence had brought the final confrontation to this pivotal moment, where victory or death was measured in seconds. The confrontation ended. Victor Hayes was subdued, the Empire crumbling. Emily Carter stood alone briefly, battered but resolute. Michael Green ensured the remaining threat was neutralized. Lucas Donovan had fallen back, defeated in strategy if not physically. Outside, the storm began to ease, reflecting the calm after chaos. Emily walked through the shattered estate, her mind weighed with consequences. The Empire had fallen, but the cost was profound. Survival and justice were intertwined with loss and sacrifice. The city outside remained unaware of the night's upheaval. The final revelation of the Mafia Code had been achieved, leaving Emily to face the aftermath of victory, alone and forever changed.